Hey guys, what's going on? Remi Sovran here. Today I have a video for you that I want to explain why sometimes the setup may be problematic to you, especially if you're suffering from lower back pain, and I'm going to share some of my experience as well. So firstly, I want to look at the mechanics of a sit-up. So the sit-up, when you're engaging in a sit-up, you're engaging in spinal flexion, and you also have hip flexion occurring at the hips. Now the thing is, within today's society, a lot of individuals are working a 9-to-5 job where they're sitting at an office, sitting at a desk, and they're always working on a computer where they're bent over. So when they're sitting down, they're engaging in hip flexion. So what ends up happening when you're engaging in hip flexion over an extended period of time, your hips are going to become very tight, especially if you're not moving around and stretching them. And also you're engaging in spinal flexion, so you're always bent over, and this can cause some stress on the back. And so what ends up happening is that when our hips become really tight, this can cause a pelvic tilt to occur, and we know when we have a pelvic tilt, it can contribute to lower back pain issues. Now, another thing is that the sit-up itself is, when we engage in spinal flexion, it basically it puts stress onto our disc every time we do it. And in today's society, the thing is that, and this is kind of getting to a little bit of the psychology here, is that individuals are so driven from society to get a six-pack, get a flat stomach, and society has these high expectations for individuals such as males and females to basically get a specific body image. So a lot of individuals will basically start doing sit-ups because they are a great exercise for developing the abdominal muscles. The thing is though, individuals will go to the gym, they'll do 100 sit-ups, 1,000 sit-ups, they'll do sit-ups with weights or holding dumbbells or whatever, and when they do this, so they don't realize the stress that it's placing on their lower back. They just think that it's just going to develop their abs and they're going to get a six-pack, but they don't actually know the damage that it's doing to the lower back, and this becomes problematic. So individuals need to realize that sometimes the sit-ups, they aren't the most ideal exercise, especially if you continuously do them over time. And I know this because I used to do this myself. I would used to go to the gym and just do sit-ups all the time, even with weighted. I'd hold like a 50-pound dumbbell and just do a sit-up, and I didn't actually know the stress that was placing on my back, and I actually believe this actually contributed to my injury. So now guys, my only advice here is that there's better exercises out there than a sit-up, and sometimes you may want to consider doing a different exercise than a sit-up, just because of the stress that it places on your lower back. Because if you continuously do them over time, then you're going to basically get a disc bulge that may occur. There's just better exercises out there to do it. Now at the end of the day, you guys can still do sit-ups if you want. That's up to you. I'm not telling you you have to do them. That's your decision at the end of the day. But I just wanted to kind of provide you with this information and kind of my thoughts about the sit-up. And at the same time, I can't actually physically do a sit-up anymore just because of my back. And when I get into that full sit-up position, I get that sciatic nerve pain it'll flare up on my back. So I actually cannot perform them anymore, and I actually avoid them as much as possible. And I would highly recommend that especially if you're suffering from back pain, to avoid doing sit-ups as well, and do different other core exercises like planks or gird dog, stuff like that, because those exercises are more beneficial and they won't put as much stress on your lower back, especially if you're suffering from back pain. So guys, those are just my thoughts, and I just wanted to share with you guys and just kind of provide you with that information. If you are someone that does a lot of sit-ups, you might want to look to other alternatives, other exercises, especially if you are suffering from lower back pain. Now if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel for all the latest news and updates. Okay guys, and until next time, take care.